This is Renee Graziano from VH1's Mob Wives. Shout out to Superstar J. Mwah. Love you.
Let me ask you something now.
Yes.
The newspapers.
Cute.
A lot of controversy.
Yes.
A lot of controversy.
Yeah.
Really big mob bus.
Yep. Yeah, huge.
And
I'll say it before you do.
Okay.
My son's father is responsible for it. And he is responsible for putting my father behind bars. And
wow.
No, I do not forgive him. And like I said in season 1, a rat is a rat, a snitch is a snitch. So if he falls into that category, that's on him, not on me or my child.
So will you ever?
Wow,
she's in there like.
It's just crazy because I just watching the show, like I didn't think that Junior.
Neither did I.
Well,
Listen to me. Neither did I. He's laying in my bed.
Right.
You know, which you're gonna see the breakdown of. I allowed VH1 to come into my home in season 1 and film my life.
Yeah.
In hopes that my life can help somebody else along the way. And I'm not gonna quit just because shit got thick.
Right.
Like, no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trucking. That's what I know how to do. I know how to. Sometimes I fall. You know, it wasn't a secret. I collapsed.
Yes, right after the bus, you got really sick. Can you tell us about?
I think I would really get sick. Like
she was really sick. Can you just tell us what happened?
Well, my dad actually got arrested November 21st. What broke me down was when everybody else got arrested after. So I was carrying. Yeah. I on November 21st, I did not know. Nor did I believe that my son's father was cooperating, because it was like, what do you mean you're cooperating? Like, wait a second. And actually, I didn't speak to him. It was just rumors and rumors. And I was denying it because I could never imagine this man, forget about the man in the street that he is, but how are you laying in your bed, my bed, with me watching our son, and he's saying, look at my mom and dad, I finally got them, and you doing dirt. Like, I would have rather you said my girlfriend's downstairs, I gotta go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have just stabbed me at that point. It would have been a lot easier. Not that I want to die, but you know what I mean? It felt like I was dying. So 2.5 months later, so that was November 21st. What month are we in? We in February. So February. The beginning of February is when I called my doctor. I said, I'm really sick. He said, what's wrong? I said, I can't breathe. And he just said 911, and he called 911, and they rushed me for. I suffer from depression, which is not a secret, and panic attacks, and my body just shut down.
Right, there's just so much that you can bear between betrayal. I mean, your father, just everything going on. How was your son handling all of this?
My son, he's a trooper. He's more of a man than the men that I'm watching going to court sometimes. Like, I can't. He's 17, precious. And yesterday, to get to the newspaper, unfortunately, we were sitting in the courtroom on my father's side, of course, because we're there for my father.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were walking out, the Daily News was there, and the Post. The Daily News happened to snap a picture of my son, and he put his head down because he was so. It disturbed him that his father did this. Yeah. So that's his grandfather, who's 71, who he's been waiting for the past 11 years. Yeah. And he comes home, and all of a sudden, you know, you take him off the street, and it's your father that takes it. It's not the feds. Yeah. Okay? The feds were doing their job. Yeah. It was his father who put his grandfather behind bars. And this is hard for a kid that loves. How do you love? You love your father, and then one day you wake up and your father does that to your family. What do? Could you shut your heart off? Could you have the ability to shut your heart off in 2 seconds as a child? No. But this is my son, and I can curse, right?
Of course.
Don't anybody fucking ever doubt for 1 second he's not my father's grandson too.
Wow.
Let me make that clear. He's Anthony's grandson.
Yes.
And there is no play in that game. What his father did are his sins. His son is an innocent child, and I need to make that clear because people get a little crazy with themselves. Yeah. Men, grown men. Oh, you shouldn't talk to your father. Come on now. You should talk to your father.
Right,
I
but
agree.
you know he needs to do
I
it
agree.
the best way that he can.
But yeah.
But will you ever talk to him again?
Who, his father?
Yes.
Talk to him about what?
I'm just like
That's a dead issue.
that issue.
It's a dead issue. Yeah, I think court definitely sealed it for me.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was feeling really, I'm very confused, and this is the first time I'm admitting this, so this is actually going to be bigger than anybody's ever gotten. I was like a little baffled, and you in this lifestyle, you're trained to stand behind your man. And you're trained to respect your man, no matter what happens. There have been many women in this lifestyle who the men have cooperated and the wives have gone. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do what your husband tells you, period.
Yeah.
For me, I can't do what my husband tells me because I have to stand behind my father.
Yes.
Because that's what's right. And then you have to break down the family. So here I am believing my life is what it is. It's going to be happy. And the next thing I know, I can't believe everything I was taught to believe. So now I'm confused.
Now what?
It's like, wait a second, didn't you tell me no matter what, if he gets 100 years, you do 100 years. If this, you know, never if they cooperate. But you get confused as a woman. And when you have so much love for a human being, I'm human. You know.
Let me ask you something. When you were doing the show and Junior actually said, yo, you know what, I'm going to be in front of the cameras because he wasn't, you know, did you ever think like, you know, because your father, I remember way back you told me that your father didn't want you to do this.
Correct.
And he didn't want to be told, you know, he said, I don't want to be in no limelight, I want you talking about me. Did you ever start thinking like, wow, why does he want to be in the camera now with me? Like,
that's a really good question, and nobody's ever asked me that before.
I'm just saying, because I mean, I put two and two, like, all gangsters, like, you know, anybody that's doing dirt is never going to want to be on in front of a television. And you know what I mean? And then when I started seeing, I'm like, why is he, you know, I understand the getting together thing, you know what I'm saying, trying to patch up, but, you know, the gangsters is like, hey, I'm not.
Well, you know his father's not a gangster, his father is Spanish. So.
No,
well, he was never one of those made guys. Not that I'm justifying anything. I'm just saying he wasn't, you know, one of those guys.
I'm just saying, but for him, being in front of the camera.
Wow.
Like, did you ever think, like, just one time, like, you know, because, you know, we're not going to put out what dirt he did or anything he's done, but, you know, for what he's done dirt, why would he want to be in front of the camera? You know, I know that all gangsters that I know would have been like,
Right.
And when I remember when we had the interview before, I respected that. He was like, my pops ain't really like what we were doing, but he says he's not going to be involved.
You have me totally, like, looking, I'm trying to, like, click in my head. No, I don't know. I never stopped to think. I just thought he was doing everything for me.
Yeah.
He just wanted to be a part of my life so much and understand that this is a choice that I made. It's going to be around us. And if you want to be a part of my life, you have to be a part of every part of my life.
Yeah.
I never once even put that together.
I'm kind of small. Sometimes I be caught up. But I mean, it's
well, you should have called me if you're that smart. You were supposed to give me the answer. Why the fuck is he?
Jay would never be into what's going on. Hey, the black DJ is and me and you know what I mean, paparazzi, and I'm holding my face down. Yeah, you know, no, we're not going to do that. But
no, I mean, as a viewer, because I love your show and I love
Thank you.
I love your realness. You always kept it real with me, like, yo, you know, I'm trying to come, Jay, before all this started.